Hello and welcome into Pat's Latest. I'm your host, Mike Gambardella. The Pats may have been off on Sunday, but that doesn't mean we have a ton to dive into from all of the scores coming in with a lot of movers and shakers going on. We break down the best of Sunday for you. We take a look at the AFC playoff picture. Who are the Super Bowl contenders? And don't forget about Stephon Diggs. Before we get into everything, please, we encourage you to go down and subscribe for the channel. A huge thank you to everyone who has already hit subscribe and continues to push our channel up to new heights as we bring the latest information on everything Patriots out to you in this phenomenal season. 9-2, tied for the best record in the AFC, in all of football. Get excited, folks. Get on the bandwagon. Get on this journey we are all on as we continue to bring you everything. And if you like what you hear, give us that like. Go back and check all the old episodes and get in the comments. Let us know what you think about the Pats. What's good, what's bad, what they need to fix immediately, and who you think is their biggest challenger in the AFC. We start by taking a look over at the latest from the breakdown from Sunday and the big things coming out of the AFC, specifically AFC East. Buffalo beats the Buccaneers 44-32. Josh Allen back to his video game ways, doing a little bit of everything, touchdowns galore. We'll get into a little bit more from Buffalo, but this is a team that has some defensive issues. They decided to bench Keon Coleman on offense, and on top of that, and still they're able to move the ball at will. Weren't running it a ton, but getting the ball to James Cook, getting them involved. Buffalo is figuring out ways to win, which is a dangerous thing for the Patriots, and we'll get into that a little bit more here as well. But a few more rundowns for you as the Dolphins actually pick up a big win in Madrid against the Washington Commanders, moving to 4-7, beating the Commanders 16-13. Again, Patriots will have to play them the final game of the season. They'll have to come up to New England, so hopefully some weather a factor in that. But this is a team that's getting back to looking like a functioning team, I guess is the nicest way to put it, as opposed to the dysfunctional things that they've seen going on. Additionally, the Broncos came away with a huge win over the Kansas City Chiefs, 22-19. Not only did that tie them with the Patriots for the best record at 9-2, gives them the tiebreaker and actually pushes the Chiefs out of that playoff picture, which again we'll get into here too. But a couple more scores we want to bring your way, as the Steelers were all over the Bengals 34-12. However, Aaron Rodgers did reportedly suffer a wrist injury, came out of that game, and there are reports now that there is actually a fracture in his left non-throwing wrist. We'll see if that causes him to make any time, as the Ravens actually took care of the Browns and will be pushing up towards the Steelers in that AFC North as well. And finally, the Packers were able to survive the New York Giants 27-20, a big one, as the Patriots will be circling their calendars with the Bengals and the Giants coming up soon here as well. And what does this all mean for the AFC playoff picture? The Broncos for real, the Bills are back. Are the Patriots actually not as high up as we think they are? Well, the Denver Broncos prove they are for real, and I think if they're playing at home, that's a real problem for everyone else, as Mile High we know is always an issue. So if the Broncos are able to secure home field, it makes it that much tougher for everyone else. The Patriots obviously want that for the bye and needing to excuse me again, take on the lower parts of the rankings. But Denver in at 1, New England in at 2, the Colts with the bye week in at 3, and the Steelers staying in at number 4. The Baltimore Ravens would be at 10, but again, only a game back of the top spot in the North. The Bills, who are working their way back up, and only a game back of the Patriots, 2 games because you count it as the head-to-head win, but they were at 5. The Chargers, who had a bad loss to the Jaguars, check in at number 6, and the Jacksonville Jaguars actually stay in at 7 with that big win as well. Now, I think for me, there is some movers and shakers towards the bottom of it. The Texans did hold off the Tennessee Titans and stay at 5-5 at number 8. Kansas City at 9, and we said Baltimore at 10. For me, Kansas City and Baltimore are better teams overall than what Jacksonville, with the Chargers, with the Steelers, even with the Colts. And I know they have played well. I would still take them in a playoff game over these other teams right now. And the same probably would go for the Patriots, just for a lot of unknowns. I think Denver really put themselves on the map to say that they are a massive, massive contender in the AFC. The rest of it can almost be seen as a crapshoot, really. Depending on how it shakes out, I think you would take Buffalo, you would take Baltimore. Who's ever hot and getting in and has the experience, I think that becomes the biggest factor. And unfortunately, that is something that does work against the Patriots. And if the AFC is a mess, what does that mean as true Super Bowl contenders and Super Bowl shots? And as of recording tonight at halftime, the Philadelphia Eagles are beating the Detroit Lions, and barring a big time comeback from them, would the Philadelphia Eagles, who are the reigning Super Bowl champions, or maybe the Los Angeles Rams, who did beat the Seattle Seahawks. They turned over Sam Darnold 4 times, 4 interceptions for him, and still almost lost that game because Jason Myers did miss a field goal at the end of that game as well. But again, I think complete teams probably looking more at the NFC, and you could put Detroit in that conversation. Green Bay, who looks up and down but can be close to that conversation. That's top 4 teams that probably have a better shot at being a more complete team and needing high-end quarterback play. With, again, put the Broncos there, and Bo Nix has done a fantastic job, but maybe not to the level that other teams in the same vein have. The San Francisco 49ers finally got back Brock Purdy, took care of the Arizona Cardinals, and looked to be going the right way. The Seattle Seahawks, before that loss to the Rams, if they had won that game, you'd probably be talking about them as a top 5 team. The Chicago Bears, who actually went and knocked off the Minnesota Vikings, would be at the top in that playoff picture, hosting a game, actually. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which went toe-to-toe with Josh Allen and the Bills, and again, gave the Patriots all they can handle, would be there as well. So I think you're starting to see what this really top 14, 15 teams in the NFL look like. Who are the contenders? Who are the pretenders? I think for all intents and purposes, the true contenders are coming out of the NFC, and the AFC will spit out a team based on who's hot at the end. Can it be the Patriots? If you think so, get down in the comments and let us know why. And finally, just a reminder of do not doubt Stephon Diggs coming back from an ACL tear, coming off, people thinking he's over the hill, over 30, out of the game, reports that the Patriots went after DK Metcalf, that it was Brandon Ayuk, who has not even played this year, Chris Godwin, who has fought injuries himself, coming back from that ankle dislocation. They all said no problem for the Patriots. They have found their perfect match in Stephon Diggs. The hunger, the desire, the trickle-down effect of the entire wide receiver room has been the difference for this Patriots team. Buy-in for what Mike Vrabel is selling. So be thankful that's how it worked out in the end, and be thankful you get to watch Drake May target him for the rest of this season and moving forward. Again, that'll do it for us on this episode of Pat's Latest. Get in the comments. Let us know what you think about Week 11 and what that means for the Patriots' chances to make noise in the AFC East, a shot at the #1 overall seed in the AFC, and who is your Super Bowl prediction as of today? Let us know, and if you have any questions, we'll answer them here on the channel. Again, thank you for watching. Think about going down and hitting that subscribe button. Give us a like if you like what you hear, and go back and check out all of our old episodes so you know what's going on with your Patriots. Fight on, Foxborough.